Alright, welcome back to Dandadan, Anime Review episode number 811. We're here reviewing the well, it's basically episode number 18, We Become Family. This episode covers chapters 52, 53, and pretty much the first 15 pages of chapter number 54. Start off with the house blowing up because Gigi didn't use cold water and some hot water, though he's able to be contained. Okaru is actually outside the house, given the fact that in the manga he was actually into the house on the floor. Here he's outside, and you see Seiko with her hair down. First time in the series that's ever happened. And then we have a rock band show up. Yep. By the way, just before the house blows up, for some weird reason, they made the house look very much like it's from live action footage for this brief, 2 seconds. And then the band shows up. Of course, they has to leave because they thought they were intruding. Then eventually go, oh yeah, they're actually the band they hired. And then it becomes a nod to Back to the Future, with everybody stepping plugged in, with the overdrive stuff, like ting, ting, ting. Yeah, this actually is a nod to the opening scene of Back to the Future. This was not in the manga. This was a complete anime original. I gotta hand it to basically the studio who did this. This was really cool. And they had this really cool song. And in the manga, at least, they don't have the lyrics per se. Because they're here because Gigi needs to be exorcised of the evil eye. So, and of course they play really loudly, which I'm surprised doesn't wake up neighbors. Yeah, that's kind of surprising that they do not wake up neighbors with this loud music. Maybe because they buried her in it, I'm not really sure. It depends upon exactly what is going on here. So, and of course then they wake up the spirits, and of course they have a big huge rock concert. Goes on, it's a really loud concert, but it's really good music. I got at least got handed them for basically having the singer sing really loudly. And then after a while, it's called off, and then they politely leave, they mention this side gig, and then they leave. So, and then oh crap, they put the fire out, and then all of a sudden it starts raining. So Gigi turns evil eye, but they turn back normal. So then Momo goes to the supermarket to get himself boxes so they can actually stay in a warm house. But the house has been damaged, and probably Seiko cannot afford to fix the damn thing. So then they have this weird scene at night. Oh, by the way, also Ake is there too in a nightgown anyways. And then we have it where she and Momo share a room. And in another room we have Gigi and Arunkun. Gigi uses the restroom, and then Arunkun just wakes up. By the way, they're sleeping in sleeping bags. Probably to stay warm, because probably the warmest thing they have. I think I remember correctly when they showed Momo's room before, she actually had an actual bed in her bedroom, not a futon. So then he turns on the water to be hot and wash the hands, and we see Momo doing her eyes or something, everything all good, has the thing, yep. And Aika is basically snoring like crazy. So then after they have the breakfast, obviously, then they proceed to go to school. Basically, Momo complains her belly is cold because her belly was exposed at night. And she asks basically Aika, why didn't you cover my belly up? I didn't feel like it. And then of course she decides, she needs to get a part-time job to fix her house. Not a bad idea to do. So she gets a part-time job at this restaurant, which you find out later what the heck it is. And then for some weird reason, and I find this so interesting, yeah, so then for some weird reason, not sure the reason for this, so Momo's two friends, one of whom I'm going to see their voice actor next month, Miko and Moko, where they like, hey, Arun-kun. They basically, yeah, they basically take him out of the school and like, oh, you're gonna go on a date, and it's like, I don't do dates, and then basically it's like struggling across the street, going to shopping, just go have some tea, and then they get to the place, and it's a maid cafe, and Momo is a maid at a maid cafe, and Arun-kun is like, Miss Ayase. Yeah, this is funny. And that was the episode. Absolutely really good episode. I mean, I like the ending of this. I like the return of Momo's friends. Um, those of you a little curious, like, when was the last time these two were seen? I think it's been a bit of period of time. I think they were just seen like the last episode, I believe it was. Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's the episode ends. Overall, really good. And can't wait for the next episode to air next week. Now, I'm really hoping that this can stop. Well, the thing about me not reviewing the stuff they come out. So hopefully over the next 2 weeks, I actually might be able to review this day it comes out. Who knows? It depends. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. It's getting kind of late right now, so expect tomorrow to be reviews for Undead Unluck, New Saga, The Shy Here and the Sad Princesses, and the Scooped Up by an Aztec Adventure. I'll have some more comic corners. Okay, see you. Bye.